So this time I have the Play-doh Sparkle Snow Dome with Anna and Elsa from the Disney movie Frozen. So let's open it up and take a look at what's inside. So here's everything that comes in the box. Here we have the base for our snow dome. And here's our snow dome, and it's got a lot of sparkles on the outside that make it look like it's snow falling. Here's a background that we can add to our snow dome. Then we have Anna. And here's Elsa from Frozen. We have a snowflake stamp. And here's a tree stamp. Here's something we can use to make Sven. And we have 4 cans of Play-Doh. We have a can of white sparkle Play-Doh for making snow. A can of green sparkle Play-Doh. We have a small can of brown Play-Doh. And a small can of orange Play-Doh. And here we have a part for pressing out an ice castle. Now let's start by working on our base. Let's see if we can make some snow out of this sparkle white Play-Doh. I don't know if you can see it, but there's little like pieces of glitter in the Play-Doh. Makes it sparkle. I think you can see it sparkling as I move it around. So let's see if we can make some snow on the ground for our snow dome. And we don't want to use all of our snow for the ground because we want to use some of it to make Olaf. So we can have Olaf in our snow dome also. So we can spread the Play-Doh thinly on the ground. And then we'll be able to add our Elsa and Anna to the scene. Let's see if we can put together a small Olaf. So let's see if we can make it. Let's make him so it looks like he's sitting. So there's the bottom part of his body. Let's make it a little taller. Now let's give him two little legs. Alright, there's bottom part of his body, and there's his legs, and let's add, he has a tiny little section on top. So now let's see if I can make Olaf's head. And his head's kind of almost as tall as his body. Kind of wide in the center and comes to a bit of a point on top. Something like that. Before we get too far, let's move it to the ground in the snow dome. Now let's see if we can make some eyes and arms and hair for Olaf. So let's see, let's just take a little bit of this and see if we can roll out some pieces for his arms. Maybe some little pieces for hands and fingers. Let's see. And these are probably enough for both hands. So we don't need this. We'll just take this one apart. And then we'll take this one, shorten it up a little bit, and see if we can make some hair. See if it'll stand up. There we go. It's getting so small, it's getting hard to make. It's just really tiny. So let's take the head off there for a second. And then let's make some little dots, little tiny round balls for his eyes. And some little tiny round balls for his buttons. Now we need what? We need his nose. So we use the orange for that. We'll take a little bit of orange and shape it like a carrot. What do you think? Does that remind you a little bit of Olaf? Well, let's see if we can make this ice castle. So we'll put a little bit in this mold here. And we'll press it down onto this post on the base and see what comes out. There we go, it looks like some ice forming. And we can have Anna standing there next to Olaf and Elsa. And let's see if we have enough to make a tree. Let's see, we'll make this the bottom of the tree, and we'll get some of this green sparkle Play-doh. And there we have a tree. I think that's about as many characters as we can fit into this snow dome, so let's see if we can put the background on. We can just slide it in and then put the dome over the top. And there we have it. It looks kind of like a snow globe. You can see the sparkles on the outside of the plastic dome. Make it look like there's snow falling inside. Alright, now let's see if we can make a Sven. I don't know how good I'll be at it, but let's try it. Let's see, let's try to make his body first. Let's roll them out smoothly. Try to make his body kind of similar to what it shows on the box. And now we'll make his head kind of long and narrow at the bottom and wider at the top. And we'll add his ears. Let's see if we can stick this in and see if it stays. There we go. Now let's use some of the orange Play-Doh and let's make some hoofs. So this will be Sven sitting on the ground. And now let's use a little bit of white first behind his eyes. Since he's brown already, we'll use the white. Make a couple of white round little balls we can use for his eyes. Now let's use some of the brown, make little smaller round balls. And now let's use some of this orange for his tongue. Just have him sticking his tongue out, kind of the way he is shown on the box. Oops, our antlers kind of fell back. There we go, what do you think? And now I've still got a little bit of white left, so we can make one of the snowflakes. So let's see how a snowflake looks. So there we go. We've got all the characters in Olaf and Sven, and we made a tree and a snowflake and an ice castle. So there's our Sparkle Snow Dome. You think he looks a little bit like the characters Sven and Olaf? And my Sven keeps losing his antlers. So let me try to get those back up there. So what do you think? It looks just like a snow globe. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the Play-doh Sparkle Snow Dome with Anna and Elsa from the Disney movie Frozen. I'm still working on a lot more videos, so come back and check often to see what's new. See you next time.